accidentally started my live video too soon. Sharon Hornelstrom here. You can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so that I know it's the first time you're being exposed to Pajama Grandma. Today I'm thinking about killer offers. I don't have my notebook with me, but I left it in the bedroom because I like to keep it by my bed in case I think of things while I'm sleeping or as I wake up first thing in the morning. Sometimes right before I go to bed or right as I wake up in the morning, I have my best ideas and my best thoughts or my aha moments because I let my brain ruminate on problems and situations so that I have solutions in the morning. Because a lot of times we already know everything we need to know. It's already inside us. We just can't see it because it doesn't bubble up through our ego from our subconscious to our conscious level. I know, deep, right? So I'm thinking about offers. Doing the Women's Summit actually I thought it would be so easy the third day of the speakers because I'd pre-done stuff and set up the format. And I thought, oh, I've got the things. I just have to add 3 more links because I had 3 more speakers links that I was processing their videos. And I thought, oh, it's going to be easy. I'll have it done like by early afternoon. Well, I don't think I got done till like almost 9 o'clock at night again. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. But that is why I'm doing the soft launch. That is why, because everything takes longer than we think it will. I don't know why, but it always does. I'm trying to think of any situation in my life where things ever went faster and quicker and easier than I thought they would. Pretty much never. So why would I think this would be any different? Excuse me. I breathed wrong. Who knew you could breathe wrong? So I'm thinking about my offer today because I did the 3 days of content. Those have been delivered. And the secret is, if you go on to the website right now, if you go look for the Women's Summit, all of the speakers, all 3 days are available right now because I didn't turn them off. I got tired last night and I didn't turn off the first 2 days and put the link in to go right to day 3. So until I get to it today, which heaven knows when that will be, it's going to be that way. So people could actually sneak in and listen to all the speakers for free. But there's so much content there. I'm not really afraid of that because, and I hope people do. I hope people listen to it and get value out of it. You know, it's not about the money. It's about getting people what they need to be successful. So go ahead, go listen. And know that it's going to be available for free again the 19th, 20th, and 21st of February after we promote for a couple of weeks. And after I clean up the copy and actually go through and create the other components of the offer, because part of the offer is summaries of each of the speakers and then action items, the key things that they say, the major golden nugget aha moments, and then how you put those into action in your business so that you can hear something and then you're like, okay, well, I hear that I'm supposed to create a Facebook group, but how the heck do I go about that? Because I got to believe that there's shortcuts to doing that the right way versus trying to figure out and learn it all on my own. And there absolutely are. It's just one example of hundreds of strategies and tips and lessons learned that you can glean just from this summit. So I got to create that over the weekend. So that's part of the offer. Then there's, of course, the recordings and the audio of the recordings. And then there's a book. There's a book that's going to be just probably a PDF this time through because I don't have time to get it turned into a physical book. Doesn't mean we won't turn it into a book for people down the road. But for right now, this summit, when it launches in 3 weeks, it's not going to be a physical book. It's just going to be a PDF to add more value to the women. What I did is I sent out the interview questions ahead of time. And I said, hey, if you want to go more in depth in some of these, or if you just want to answer these questions ahead of time, because it helps to people to prepare for the interview too. And there's too many questions. Customers are too big a subject for a 35, 45 hour long interview, you know, and maybe someone's got 30 years of experience. You can't talk about all the experiences you've had with customers in a 30-minute interview. So I wanted to give the women that wanted to participate a chance to share more information, to share more of their expertise and knowledge. So I said, okay, here's the questions. You can answer them. And if you want to be available on the site for people, then I'm going to make this available for people. And I think about half the women participated, which, you know, there'd be more, but a lot of them, it's an interesting process this first time through. And what I learned is everybody doesn't do what they say they're going to do. People commit to things and they don't follow through. Now, I am going to go on record as letting people know the couple people that committed to doing the summit and then didn't follow through, you won't ever be on any of my summits. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but I'm saying that I only work with people and provide and recommend people that do what they say they'll do and that over deliver. They under promise and over deliver. And if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it on something as easy as a summit, meaning all you have to do is show up and answer questions and be interviewed for like a half an hour. If you can't do that, I cannot trust recommending you to the people that trust me to recommend awesome people to them. And that might seem harsh, and things change. We all change all the time. I'm sure in the past I wasn't always 100% reliable, and I didn't always do what I said I do, but I do now. And that's why it's critical to me to only recommend people that are that way, that are stand-up people that can do it. So my point is, some of the interviews, like I have 2 interviews today still that I'm plugging in. So even though there's, I think 20, I don't remember, 21, 22, 23, 23 or 24 interviews already up on the summit and up on the site, I've got another 7 or 8 in the hopper that I'm going to be adding over the next 3 weeks. So when it launches for good on the 19th, or for the first real time on the 19th, there'll be 30 speakers in there. Maybe more, it depends. I'm just going to keep adding people because I think they're awesome. And it's such a big topic. And there's a couple of things that I want to reach out quickly now as I've gone through the summit and all the speakers and thrown it up there. I see a couple things that I would like to, if I was a customer watching this, I would like to have more information on. There's a couple topics that I was like, oh, this is really important. I would like to see more about this in this particular summit. It doesn't mean we won't catch those topics on other summits. We absolutely will, because this one's just about customers. And there's customers is a big topic, but there's a couple areas that I would really love to still be a part of this, which is another cool thing about doing a little soft launch. It allowed me the opportunity to step back, sit, and now this weekend I am listening to the entire summit as a customer, as a listener, as a person absorbing the information and saying, okay, what's missing? What do I want more of? What did I get out of this? What else is possible? Because I want to make sure that it's a great experience for people. If I hadn't soft launched this, I wouldn't know those pieces that are missing. And I would have to depend on it being, shared with me, hoping people would give me feedback after the fact. And then it's too late because it's already done. It's already out there. Will it be perfect in February? No, it's still going to have holes. It's still going to have pieces. It's still going to have things that I won't catch and that I won't have gotten feedback on and that I've missed. But it'll be better than if I had just gone with the launch that I've done this week. Because again, that was my self-imposed deadline, my own timeline for my own goals and objectives, my own being consistent and delivering and doing what I say I'll do to myself, because we have to keep our promises to ourselves first and then to everybody else. So thinking about offers today and what's the offer around the summit. The summit is just the product. So we never want to just offer a product, a standalone product by itself to anyone, because it becomes a commodity then. And then it's a quick race. And I caught myself thinking about this too. I'm like, well, how do we figure out what to charge for the all access pass? Because everybody does all access passes to their summit. So we got to have an all access pass so people can have the information for life. But what do we charge for that? And my brain automatically went to a race to the bottom. Well, what is the minimum that we can charge for this? And that's what I put on the initial soft launch of this. I put out, okay, well, here's the minimum, because this is the least expensive it's ever going to be for an all access pass. And then what's it really going to be? What's it really worth? And we have to remember, what is the value of what people are getting and we're providing to them, if they actually take action on it, because nothing is of any value if you don't act upon it. I mean, I can be involved in a $100,000 a year coaching program, but if I don't do anything with the knowledge and the information that I learn in that, because I don't really learn it, I just show up, or I don't even show up, I don't even do it or put any effort into it, then that $100,000 investment isn't an investment at all. It's an expense, and it's like flushing it down the toilet. It's true of any amount of money. So we want it to be something that people take action on, but so that I think there's a balance between how do we make sure people are valuing what they're getting, because frankly, the information that people are getting in this summit, it's absolutely priceless. There is more information in this one little summit, and you can glean more information from just one speaker if that person is the one that speaks to you than you could in a college education, and that could move you ahead. There's one lady on the summit, she can do more for people in an hour to transform their lives than a year of therapy. And she's proven it time and time again. What is that worth to you? I don't know what a year of therapy would cost. I've never had therapy. Probably my ex-husband thinks I should have, but I haven't. But what does a year of therapy cost? What if you went to a therapist every day, every week for a year? 52 weeks, say $100. It's at least $5,200, right? So it's at least a $5,000 value. But what's the value of the transformation in your life? What's the value of changing one belief? Because one belief, one mindset change can change everything for you. So it's an interesting question, but I'm creating the offer, and the offer is I'm answering the question, what do you want? What do you as a woman business owner need and want with respect to the topic of customers that can help you supersize and really, really make a quantum leap in how you deal with it and how you handle that aspect of your business going forward, so that it doesn't just positively impact your business a little. I want you to know with 100% certainty that being part of this summit and the offer that I make after absolutely positively changed your life. I'm talking doubled and tripled your income and doubled and tripled whatever it is that you want. Maybe you want to double your time off. Maybe you want 10 free hours a week to do with whatever you want. Whatever it is you want, whatever it is that it's different for each of us. I want you to get that out of being able to handle this part of your business, as much of it as possible, automatically going forward. I want you to put systems and processes and procedures in place to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, so that the time that you personally spend on things is the absolute positive best use of your time. I know, pretty lofty, right? So that's what I'm working on today. I'm working on the offer part of that. Then after I get done with the offer part of it, deciding what the offer is going to be. And I know it's not going to be right. I'm going to put it out there in 3 weeks. Will it be the perfect best offer? It'll be the best offer I can come up with at the time. Will it be the best offer that I could come up with, or we could come up with? No. Will it change? Will it change probably during the launch? Yeah, because people will let us know if they're buying it or not, whether it's something that they want. And if it's not what they want, if it's just what I want to provide for people, it doesn't mean anything. So I will give it my best shot. I'll give it our best shot at what we think the offer should be. But I'm not tied to that being the offer. I am so open to, what do y'all want? That's what we're going to give you. We're going to figure out how to give it to you. So tell me what you want and what's going to help it serve you the best. I know I don't know the answer. I know what works for me, but I'm only one person. So I want to know what works for you, what is in your best interest, because we're going to find a way to give that to you. That is a great offer, is when you figure out, what is it that you want? And I ask you, I'm like, what do you want? What do you, and here's the deal. You know what you want. You know what you want to feel. You know what you want. And I need you to tell me that. But I also know that there's components of what you want that are things that you need that you don't even know that you need to get the result that you want. So once I know the result that you want, and once I know what you think that you want and the result that you want, then we put together a plan to give you all of what you want to get the result you want. But along the way, there's going to be a couple things that you need that you don't even know that you need. For example, we all have limiting beliefs. Now, we don't think they're limiting beliefs because they're just our beliefs. We think that that's the way the world works and the way everything is. We don't know that they're limiting. So part of what you need is to overcome beliefs and the things that are holding you back, because you don't know to ask for those things because you don't even know that they're holding you back. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. I know, right? Very confusing. So my job as an offer provider, or as offering solutions to problems for you, is to not only know and incorporate what you're telling me you want, but also the couple of things that I know that you need to get the result that you want. I know that sounds convoluted, but it's true. But I'm not going to sell you or convince you that you need things like to kill your limiting beliefs or to do mindset changes or to look at things differently or have a different perspective, because nobody buys that. Nobody wants to be told that they don't think properly. Ask me how I know. I was married to somebody for 25 years that told me I was crazy and that I didn't think properly and everything I did and thought and said was wrong. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to be told that you shouldn't feel that way, that you shouldn't think that way, that you shouldn't believe what you believe. Because you believe it. They're your beliefs and you own them. So never try to sell somebody or make part of your offer And people do it all the time. I'm going to teach you about mindset. I'm going to teach you about your limiting beliefs. Well, I'm going to teach you how to overcome your obstacles. Well, people want to overcome their obstacles, but a lot of times we're so close to the situation, we don't even see our obstacles. We don't even know because it's right in our face. And it's really interesting because other people can see it like it's right in front of their face, but we can't see it. We have total blind spots against the things that are so easy. If we're like, oh my God, that's so easy, I can change that. I can think of so many examples in my life of that it's mind-bogglingly crazy. But the universe and the people around us are always showing us and telling us what it is we need to see to progress to the next level and to get the results that we want and the experiences we want for our life. But it's hard for us to see them because they're right in our face, but we don't see it because we only see what we want to see. We only see what our beliefs and our expectations and what the past and our ego allow us to see and experience. It's crazy to think that, but it's so true. And it's hard because we don't know what we don't know. So part of my job as an offer creator, not just a product seller, is to put all the pieces and components together in a way that appeals to my customer, appeals to you, so that you're like, oh my gosh, I want that, I gotta have that. And it's really because I'm gonna help you get the result you want, whatever that result is, and how you want that result. And it isn't gonna be doing it for you. I mean, we can do done for you things and components, but bottom line is you have to be willing to take advantage of the done for you aspect of anything. Nothing ever happens in our life unless we invite it in or we take action toward it. Nothing happens. We're not going to sit on our couches and create the business of our dreams by just thinking and wishing and wanting and hoping that it will happen. We have to take some kind of inspired action. Now we can meditate and we can think and we can plan and we can plot and we can strategize and we can believe it's going to happen. But at some point, we're going to get off the couch or we're going to at least pick up the phone and make a phone call, or we're going to do whatever it is to create what it is that we want. So I'm creating an offer today. I actually have some of the components mapped out in a notebook in the other room. And I can see my notes from, I started listening to the summit yesterday and taking my summary notes and creating action items and checklists off that. But I've got a lot. I've got, 28 more to go. So I'm going to have a busy weekend doing that. But I'll listen to them as I go about my packing and moving and doing other things, because I think the X is going to be all over me about I haven't made enough progress in the last week, because launching a summit's a lot more work than I thought it was. I mean, building just building the funnel for the days for the summit is a lot more work and effort than I thought it was going to be. Reminds me of the One Funnel Away challenge. There's an organization called ClickFunnels, and they do a One Funnel Away challenge. They did a beta test last year, and I was part of that. And now they're launching it every month this year, which I get it. They're farming their existing client base. They have a group, I think it's 190, it might even be 200,000 people now. And the vast majority of those people are not users of their software. So their next big move, of course, strategically, is to turn those casual watchers into users and consumers of their software. And what better way to do that than to challenge people and give them success with the software in 30 days. So it's brilliant. It's the kind of thing I do all the time. So I love that they're doing it, but I think it's fascinating. So I was doing that, and what I learned in that, the biggest thing I learned in that was that the things I thought were going to be easy for me were hard, and they actually took a long time. And there were the things I think that I'm really good at. So I was really surprised by that. And then the things that I thought were going to be hard and challenging and more difficult for me, I breezed right through. So it just goes to show you, we learn something new about ourselves all the time. So I'm going to make an offer. I am going to listen to Women's Summits. I'm going to have an awesome day, and I think that you will too. Of course, I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.